BSdiscover. How you doing? This is quite a topic today. I know, right? Snakes. Have you ever dreamed about snakes? Certain symbolic dreams that give you a message in any type of way. First of all, let me put the disclaimer in. I am not a therapist, nor this a therapy channel. However, my experiences can be educational. Now, dreams. Now, they can be meaningful to people in different ways. I know you've been there. And the only thing is, scientific evidence doesn't really give you concrete support that these dreams are liable to foretell future events. But through experience of my dreams, my experiences have been overwhelming. It has gave me a lot of, gave me a lot of feedback because I was able to go out and receive knowledge. And it's usually from somebody who knows how to read a dream, like a pastor or somebody like that. And so far, all the dreams that I've had has been signs of something that's going to occur. Now, what did this dream mean to me? So that I can try to reflect my own experiences without, presenting speculations as fact. Does that make any sense to you? Now, I had a dream last night. And it's crazy because in this dream, or where the dream happened, I was walking in the place where I'm at now. And I was walking through grass. And as I was walking through the grass, and the place is not too far from where I'm at, I saw baby snakes. But these baby snakes were still. Have you ever experienced dreams like that? I mean, I wasn't in fear. I don't have anything that can support why this dream suddenly came up. It's not like I was in fear of snakes or I was thinking about snakes all day or anything like that. No. But I have had interpretations of dreams. Now, snakes are often associated with danger, temptation, wisdom, healing, hidden problems, or transformation. The meaning depends on the person's beliefs and the content of the dream. And that's the first thing I had to think about. Is why did I have this dream? What is my belief about this dream? Now, they were baby snakes. And baby snakes could symbolize problems that are just being small threats or situations that have the potential possibility to grow. but you bet not ignore. Now, black snakes, oh my, and it was black. And I'm saying to myself, you know what? I'm finna do a video on this because I've had dreams before. I had dreams about snakes, bigger snakes. And I got interpretation from that. But it's usually somebody who's well informed with the Bible who knows what this may mean. And the interesting thing is that I've learned how to interpret dreams as well as get information to receive to make sure I understand what this dream could mean. Now remember, there's no scientific evidence. Only thing I know is what I've been told. Did it occur? Whatever the outcome was, yes, it did. Was I protected? Yes, I was protected. Isn't that what the person told me who interpreted the dream? And as I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to bring this. I don't want nobody to get scared. Don't get scared. Sleep tonight, you know. You don't have to worry. But it's just, it's something that, you know, I feel I have to bring your way because a lot of people don't understand symbolic dreams. Now, black snakes are commonly interpreted by some dream traditions as representing fear, the unknown. Do you understand that? Hidden danger or unsolved issues. This symbolic isn't universal, but it is a common theme. Now, I had to think about that because I know I have a lot of things I was working on. Now, what does it say? It says unsolved issues, which means you are working on some things, but they're not solved yet. Issues could be things that you have to address. If I don't address this issue, it could bring a problem. And that was the interpretation of my dream. Now, the grass, and I don't know, because when I walked in the grass, I always think about if a snake would come out. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time, but that's a concern of anybody if a snake will come out. But it's not something that I harp on, you know. But usually when I have these dreams, it's letting me know symbolically what's going to occur, you know, in my life. Or maybe involving somebody else. I have to let somebody else know, depending if that person appears in my dream. Now, the grass may represent everyday life. Do you understand? Or things that are hidden beneath the surface. Things that we don't see. That's what the grass represents, right? Because the grass is above the ground. I don't see the ground, but I'm walking on top of it. So there's something, I don't see the surface. I don't see what's actually going. I'm doing the movement, and I know how to solve the issue, but the surface is being hidden by the grass. So something is being hidden. Somebody's not showing me. That's an interpretation of what the grass is. Now, the crazy thing about this dream, you won't believe it. I was in shock because usually in my dream, the snake be moving. Do you understand? However, in this dream, check this out. The snake's not moving. What does that represent? Now, I could suggest that it perceived to be a threat that was present but inactive. So there was something that is here, but it could be a threat, but at this time, the presence of the threat isn't active, which means threat, which means something is trying to come against what I'm trying to accomplish. Something is trying to come and make a turn more in my life. It's not active yet. It's being worked on. That's what the snakes not moving means. That means somebody's working on something to turn something against me. It could be a group of people. They working to take me down. But if you're chosen, I don't have dreams. If I had a dream, and I'm talking about my dream that take years, it's a message in my dream. And I have had dreams in the past. And I'm going to share a dream with you when I finish with this. But I want you to get the understanding, because I'm trying to figure out what does it mean. Because I never had a dream with snakes that don't move. In other words, the issue, it could be a suggested perceived threat, but it's not present right now, but inactive, which means somebody's working on something against me. Now, what I did when I was in this dream, I was choosing not to walk through immediately, which shows that at least I had some caution, I had a discernment, rather than just actively just walk on through, impulsively. Now, I can tell you more about this dream because of the interpretations I had from others that used to interpret my dreams. And usually it's a pastor, it's somebody who's biblically known in the community. Like, this is a spiritual person. They can tell you what this dream means. Now, I had dreams where enemies tried to attack me. But the pastor warned me, they can't touch you. They're going to fall each time they try. But since that last dream, that was in Florida. This is in New York City. I'm in New York now. Remember, I was moving from Florida to New York for change? Now, I haven't had a dream in years. And no matter what do I go through, I always come out surviving. But this dream was different. Now, the walking through after they disappear could symbolize moving forward once the danger was gone, or after receiving peace after the situation. So there's something that's going to transpire in my life that I'm going to have to need to walk away. But I'm not moving too fast, and I'm doing that now. When I do my YouTube channels, when you're saying she's moving too slow, she's not producing this quickly. But that is not the case. The case is I'm moving with caution. We have peace. We're here today. And the dream has allowed me to know that whatever the enemy has is inactive right now. It can't move. But something can cause it to move. Now that I can't believe it, I'm still trying to think about it, but now that the dream represents trouble that was nearby, that's my conclusion. that the trouble is nearby. And I've been going through some issues. I'm not lying. I've been going through issues, people trying to see who I am, what I'm doing. And probably as a chosen one, we're not good enough. So secretly, the enemy could be working to prove I'm not good enough in the community or for the community. Now, ultimately, that doesn't affect me. It's just one interpretation. But another possibility that reflects a season of learning, discernment, recognizing potential danger, and becoming controlled by fear. Do you understand? Which means it's allowing me to know that there's potential danger, but you're recognizing it without fear. Your fear is controlled because as I walked through the grass, I didn't move swiftly, but I swiftly, slowly, impulsively took my time and was very cautious. And that's what I'm very cautious. I'll be looking at things, I'll be looking at people. And when you're doing projects and when you're doing things and you try to do things, you may say things and people take it personal like you're talking about them. I'm not talking about you. And then they may see the implant that I'm put into their head. So now they're looking at you a different way, thinking you talk. No, I'm talking about my situation. And if you think it's you, then maybe you need to take a look in the mirror. Because everything I do or anything I say, I spend it with my viewers. But this dream is important to me because I don't have dreams. My dreams are usually a message. And this current message that I got in New York, which means the snakes in Florida were big. These snakes, it was one big snake and a lion, some other stuff, but you don't need to know about all that. But I'm going to tell you, in the end, there was blessings. That's all you need to know. There was blessings. I was just, when the enemy was around, that's when the dream was happening. Which means I probably have an enemy around. Most likely that's what it means. And I can try to put it to you biblically. Like in Luke 10:19, and I would say I had to write some scriptures down. But it speaks symbolically about God's authority and protection over spiritual oppression and opposition. This is how, when you are chosen, you have a relationship. And this is how my dream is a symbolic symbol that God is telling me I need to pay attention. There's something going on. But I'm going to let you know, I'm going to protect you. That's why the dream is there. Because if something was going to happen to me and the dream didn't turn out the way it did, the interpretation of it, that's time to work on the dream. That's time, that's that protection. I'm letting you know this is occurring. This is going to happen. There's something that people are working up against you. And because God allowed us as chosen to know that, we are going to be aware of our surroundings and other issues that occur as you continue to move on. Because a lot of people think you're not working. You're not moving. You're not doing nothing. I'm going to interviews. I'm going to this. You do it, but what you do it, how you do it. The laptop and the phone is a powerful thing. So while they out there working their feet, we're learning how to use the phone. And when the only time I'm going to use my feet is that final time when I make that appointment to be seen. But why waste all that car fare? Looking for places when I could just get on the phone and call the place. Online, internet, it's knowledge. When you got knowledge, you are empowered to move. It's not that you're not doing anything. What you doing today? I'm doing something. As long as I'm on my laptop, trust me, I'm doing something. They got everything I need. I need to search for a job. I need to search for a place. Whatever I need is right there. But people will say, you're not doing anything. Now, Psalms 91 explains the dream about the snakes, the small black snakes, emphasizing God's protection during times of danger. God letting you know, I'm here. That's why the dream is, he's putting that dream on me. I'm going to protect you. They're going to try you, but I'm going to protect you. Now, Matthew 10:16, as I say, I had to make sure I write something down, says to be wise as a serpent and innocent as doves, highlighting discernment rather than fear. So, because the dream is allowing me to know, because I know my discernment. So God is letting me know, I see you have a discernment. You're not fearful. There's no fear in my body. But I have a discernment to move slow and observe things, to see what's in my way. If I could see what's in my way, or who, what, or whatever being done, whatever this dream is interpreting to me, that God's prepared me for. Rather than saying the dream proves something is going to happen, it could be just telling me, you're protected. I'm protecting you. I'm here. Now, I don't know certainly what this dream means. I really don't. But dreams can be symbolic, and this is my personal interpretation. Now, for me, it is a reminder that discernment and patience can keep you from unnecessary trouble. And that every danger we see ultimately steers away from us. It can't harm us because of the dream. And we're patient and we're discerning. And people going to look at you and say, what's she talking about? Or what he talking about? They crazy. You know what you see. You know what's going on. But what we're learning, if you're a chosen one, is when you get these type of dreams, know that God is with you. Now your enemy going to say no, but he's proving yes. Now, I had this dream last night. I didn't wake up in fear. I was like, I'm trying to find out what this dream means. I got to get my interpreter and make sure I understand it. Now, once the interpreter gave me the balance of the dream and understanding it, the decisions of what I can do to verify what it could possibly be, the structure of the dream. Now, I can tell the exact experience of the dream. I was in the park and I saw something unusual. This was during the dream. This was yesterday before I actually laid myself down. I just saw something that this wasn't, you know, you saw something that's not right, people movements, it's not right. It's like, this is not normal. Especially when you've been at a place for a minute and you see the change in some people that you know. So that's when you know issues are starting to come up. And that's what God was letting me know as a chosen one. Daughter, they're trying to bring issues your way. Now, I would not say anything, but my dreams have never steered me wrong. Nor the pastors who interpret my dreams. Last time I had a dream, I was with some rappers. But I'm going to tell you what. God is good all the time. All the time. Because while the enemy think they're using you or setting you up, God's there to pull you out. And it was through a dream. That was the one with the lion. Actually, let me tell you the dream. Did you understand the dream about the snakes? Because I'm going to throw this extra one in there. So the snake, once again, and I'm going to put in my description, I'm going to put the categories of what it could mean. Now we know it's a discernment of issues. The black snakes not moving means that there's a threat there. There's something there that's trying to threaten you. Or somebody's trying to make up something and trying to threaten your livelihood, the way you want to live. And the snakes not moving means God is telling me, I got it under control. I know what they got planned for you. But I'm telling you, you look over here, they're not moving. They still. Now, I still did not move until I saw no snakes. The snakes went away, they disappeared. When they went away, then I walked through, which is allowing me to know whatever issue that I'm facing, I'm going to be able to walk through, to make it through. Now, I dreamed about black baby snakes. Then I realized the message. That was the title. But let me tell you about a quick dream. When I was with the rappers, I had somebody coming up. I probably got my other channel that I have that deals with music and so on, and I got a lot that I'm promoting and doing there, but I'm slowly doing it. I have many things that I'm doing. Everything is slowly, just like the snakes. Remember, there's a lot of snakes. It could be everything that I'm doing, and it's inactive, but it will be active. But the threat could be if I do not move, then it will not move. So I move on it every day. There's a message in this dream. But let me tell you about this dream. 5 houses went down after this dream. And the dream was always about the house. There were 5 houses. And 2, I think they sold weed or whatever from, I didn't even know about it. I lived in the first house and it was like 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there was a house behind. So there was 3 houses next to me and a small house behind us. And I was getting to rap. Like some rappers wanted me to help them, you know, because I started a business. So to help them, support them, and have other people that I know support them, which I did, you know, and they knew people too. And I would have dreams as these where one important rapper would come to my house. I would have dream. You ever heard about the lion and the locust? I had a dream. And it's crazy because I had a dream of a clown because I was upstairs. This you walk from the bottom up. It was like, like a townhouse. At the bottom is the first floor, and at the second is where my bedroom and everything is. But at the bottom was just the stairway. From the stairway, you go all the way up. And it was an apartment downstairs. And I had dreams that this rapper would come through. And God was just I had dreams back to back. Do you understand me? I had a dream of a clown at the bottom of a door and a lion right next to the door. Now, wait till I'll tell you what I found. The lion next to the door. And the clown went all the way. The legs were long. Back in the days, they used to have a circus with the clown with the long legs and then the long body and the big hat and everything, colorful face. The face was at my window. The lion was at the door. But they both was in front of my house. In front of my door. Now, I was dealing with these rappers, and I remember one day opening my door, and I saw my ID, my social security card, and everything on the floor. The same door where the lion, listen to me, the lion was at the bottom of the door. That where the rapper was, at the door. I was on the top in the bedroom. The clown was looking through the window. But the lion was next to the rapper. So the lion is raw. Remember, the enemy comes like a roaring lion. Remember that. Which means God was letting me know, I know you with these people, but I need to show you symbolically what could happen. And pay attention. They come like a roaring lion. Ready to devour, to take away. So a lot of us chosen be talking about being around rappers and people in entertainment because we are. That was the first for me. But I think that God gave me symbolic symbols. The other one, the 5 houses down, I had a dream. I was in front of that same door the rapper was. This time I was on the porch. I was looking up at a job I used to work at in the community. It was a community center. And as I was looking up at the community center, because my home was a block away from the community center. That was good. And I would walk to work, no problem. And as I was on the porch, I looked up the block where my job was. And all I see was shadows coming down the street. Shadow, like body shadows, not people, but dark shadows of people coming down. And every time they trying to walk towards where I'm at, they'll fall. Then another one come and they keep falling. But they can't cross the street. They can't get to me. And I asked the pastor what that meant. He said the enemy is trying to come after you. But they cannot touch you. The enemy is going to try to attack you. But they can't not touch you. And look what I've been going through. And I've been strong in because God been giving me that strength. Through my dreams, through interpretations of dreams. Now, scientifically, I can't prove it. But biblically, I can. That's a scary dream to be like I'm up. I was asleep like I was actually up outside. And it looked like I was not sleeping, like I was actually up. But these bodies, these shadows keep trying to come to me. I didn't see who it was. All I know it was a lot. Maybe about 20 shadows. Like every time they come, they keep falling down. They'll fall down. I mean, to the ground. Just fall face down. and I don't see them no more. They try to cross the street, in other words, they couldn't do it. They'll fall. They try to get close to me, but they couldn't do it. And I asked the pastor, what did that mean? He said the enemy is going to try to attack you. And God going to let them do whatever they want. But they can't touch you. They can't kill you. But they're going to do whatever they want. And that gave me the strength to move on. So now I'm here in Florida. I'm going to have another interpretation. I'm going to tell you how things turned out. How about that? If you like this video, hit the like button. Give me a comment. I'm going to make sure I put whatever I need to put in here. But remember, nothing is scientifically proven. But my interpretations of my dreams, and when I have dreams, because I'm not a dreamer. I don't have dreams like that. All my dreams that I had as a child, they came true. They were deja vus. As I got older, I had a couple of deja vus when I was in New York. Actually, like a week ago, I was like, God, dog, I've been in here before. Like God's shown you, you're here before. There's an outcome. Do you remember the outcome? Those are deja vus. Until next time, BSdiscover. Chosen, stay strong, stay in your beat. You're going to have issues, but remember, we're going to have issues, but they can be won. Then I realized the message. Until next time, BSdiscover.